You are in a toxic relationship with this thing, your phone, and this video may help you. Have you ever noticed when you're looking around and people just seem to look at their phone all the time? Maybe you are one of those people and you want to experience life. Maybe sometimes you are walking at some place, let's say in a museum or in a city street or forest for that matter. You're just walking and suddenly the time has just gone. Where did it go? What's the purpose? How did I get here? That is actually an interesting thing, because when you are walking and you forgot about where you come, that is just like when you go to work in your car and drove back and forth and just can't remember the road or anything. I have been this person that is just addicted to this, so I am not out of the question. Here's my story of how I got addicted to my phone and what I could do. It all started with I got my first smartphone. Yay! A few years back, I began to play these games. They were interesting, addictive also, because there were certain times you need to look at them in order to get the bonus. You know them all. Clash of Clans. I have a coin that I love to play. I did that, but I got a much worse game than ever humanly possible. That made my phone addiction go for that. And that was Tinder. I got a match and I just could keep looking at my phone all the time. You know what? This match, we had a great conversation for a start. It went well, and it did went well. Later she got just beginning to be more and more cold. I was thinking, what did I do wrong? Why doesn't she answer? And looking at my phone, my past self knew that double texting was a bad idea. He didn't do that, but he was still looking in hopes that she would answer. But when she didn't, less and less frequent, I had beginning to feel some uneasy feeling. I have probably been rejected or ghosted by her. This sucked. Of course it sucked. It took some time before I realized it, and before I just had to cut my losses. But now I was addicted to my phone, and it was not a good addiction. I was in a toxic relationship. My phone always wanted to have the attention, and it wanted me all the time. If I didn't give it attention, it felt like it just gave some noises. And sometimes I felt a vibration and looked at my phone. And when I looked at my phone, there was nothing, no messages. There was only sometimes I just took the phone just to open it up and then press it and put it in a pocket again. This was how addicted I was to my phone. It is funny that something you do repeatedly again and again will become a bad habit. I had to do something about this, because now I have become what I feared most. A person that wasn't attention or anything. So what did I do as the thing? I come across a video on YouTube which was about how you could be more productive, and it told that the phone was the biggest productive hinder. And the phone will distract me. I couldn't look away. So let's say I watched a movie. I looked away on the phone, looked again. This didn't help me. And the movie wasn't enjoyable as it could have been, because I had these two screens I was watching it. The worst part was I couldn't even remember the movie at all. Some people also, in the cinema, they also have their phone. This is something that can irritate me. Why? Because I want to enjoy the movie. It distracts me. Fortunately, I have my addiction hadn't gone this far. I could set some boundary. When I was watching a movie in a cinema, no phone allowed. It was in my pocket and wouldn't get up before the movie was done. So here's what I did with my phone. I ghosted it and blocked it. Here, what I mean by blocked it, or by ghosting it, I have turned on no disturbing on my phone. So now I couldn't be bright or anything. By blocking it, I have turned off all the notification. I took that as well for 24 hours, where I couldn't do these things. For a start, it was weird, because now I didn't have this family feeling about what will this phone do, or what can I do. But 3 hours later, I felt like a burden on my shoulder was gone. I felt more relaxed and more happy. I don't know why. And the things I did was more enjoyable. How come this thing? Well, now my mind could be more present at the things it did, like reading. Instead of reading and looking at my phone at the same time, I could now totally focus on my reading. Instead of watching a movie and look at the phone at the same time, I could now totally focus on this. The same with writing. When I didn't look at my phone, I could get more done. So after these 24 hours, I have never gone back to turning on my notification. And every time I see some of my friends or co-workers and they have their distraction on, I am thinking, how can you live like this? And the answer is, they don't know better. There was probably a time they did live like this, but now having all these notifications on is ingrained in them that it isn't important that they are, or they will feel weird. It's the same when you got a bad diet for most of your life, and then you got a good one. It will take some time. There are some benefits of having no notification off. The first one, you will look more at the world. You are not as addicted for your phone, or at least your phone will not vibrate to get you addicted. And the second part of not being addicted to your phone or having your notification turned on is the peace and quiet you get. It feels great. Also just to looking at the nature and wonder, how is this built, and touch. Or watching some birds fly. That is one big of great benefit. And the other part is, you can keep your conversations better. Have you ever had a conversation where you are talking to the person and the person just looking at the phone? Every time you are talking, how do you feel after that? I can tell you what I feel. I feel like I am not being listening to, that they don't care. And maybe they don't. But if you're together with your friends, family, or someone you like to be together with, then wouldn't it be better that your phone was either turned off, or that you are talking with this person? It is a much more enjoyable conversation if there stopped being a phone between you and the person. Are you one of these people that just looking at the phone while talking with someone? And yes, I also think if you can stop looking at the phone all the time, you also can keep your social skills up and go. So yeah, of course there can be some downside to turn off the notification, but they are minor. You probably just don't get a message and can answer it, but you don't need to answer your message at the same time. The same with your emails. That's the great things about emails. You don't need to answer the emails quickly at all. Even if from your boss. Of course, if you're looking at it, you can if you want to. But do you need to? If you get money all the time for your work, why should you answer if you don't get money every time. You shouldn't. If you want to try to get rid of your toxic relationship with your phone, where you just want to have attention all the time, try block it and turn off the notification. It will be easier to get rid of this addiction, but it's not that easy. But it will get easier if you can do that. So turn off your phone, and that's it. You are not addicted to your phone.